Well, the Erie County Court of Common Pleas, we want to tell you about this. They're receiving additional funds to help retain lawyers who represent people who can't pay for attorneys themselves.
It's a lot of money, but one-time money, as Erie County Council approved $800,000 in American Rescue Plan Act money for local courts. Right now, the Public Defender's Office represents most people who can't afford lawyers, but sometimes they'll have a conflict of interest, and there are 24 lawyers who will take those cases off the hands of the public defenders. This money will be used to help pay for health benefits of those contracted lawyers, which is something that's never been done before. But the idea is to lure better lawyers that way, because although the pay isn't great, something like health benefits can be enough to make sure that people who are legally entitled to representation have quality legal representation.
All right, do you have a student, maybe even live in the Warren County School District? Well, district leaders want your input in a search for a new superintendent.
The current superintendent, Amy Stewart, is retiring next year, so school district leaders have put up an online survey to gauge what the public feels is important for an incoming superintendent. It's just 4 questions on qualifications and priorities. There's a link to it on our website, erienewsnow.com. Stewart's replacement is expected to be named next spring. Stewart, though, hats off to her. Started with the district as a teacher more than 30 years ago. She's been superintendent since 2016. Let's talk a little national news. He may not be a member of Congress much longer, only time will tell, but Republican Representative George Santos remains defiant.
Yeah, he addressed a crowd in front of the Capitol earlier today ahead of a vote in Congress on whether or not to expel him from the legislative body. Big debate here. Santos is accused of stealing the identities of his donors and then using their credit cards to rack up charges on everything from designer goods to cosmetic procedures. Santos has continually maintained his innocence, refusing to step down from his position, but has also said that he does not plan to run for re-election next term. Meanwhile, former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger is being remembered today.
He died yesterday at 100 years old. The German-born American statesman became a household name in the 70s, working to end the Vietnam and Cold War. He's survived by his wife of nearly 50 years, a couple of children from his first marriage, and 5 grandchildren.
Remember, there is that QR code at the bottom of the screen. It'll take you right to our website, erienewsnow.com, for all the stories we're talking about this half hour.